he is a trailblazer. He revolutionized college basketball with his style of play. Bud Walton Arena is really his building, built off his success. Arkansas's head coach from 1985 to 2002, the only head coach to win a JUCO national championship, an NIT championship, and an NCAA championship. The winningest coach in Arkansas history, won almost 70% of his games, 69.7%. Only coach in Arkansas history with multiple 30-win seasons. Led Arkansas to 6 Sweet 16s, 3 Final Fours, and of course the 1994 National Championship and the 95 runner-up. 94 National Coach of the Year, 508 career victories. He is a Basketball Hall of Famer, and I know that you want to welcome Nolan Richardson.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bo, I wrote every damn thing down. You did it just right. You read it real well. You know, it's good to be back, on the stage again to talk to people, because usually when I talk about my beginnings. My beginnings take you to where I am today. I've always been very, very proud of the fact that I was the Razorbacks basketball coach, and I think I made the statement many years ago that it may be my last job that I take, and it turned out to be. Not that I didn't want it to be, but that's how it turns out sometimes. But when I started the coaching career, it started in the 7th grade. I look at these young kids today and the coaches today, and how times have changed. And what make the huge difference. You know, the one that really frightens me is when they look at a guy like myself who's coached on every level, including the professional women's level. And it makes me feel like I don't know anything about the game when they're talking. None whatsoever. And what I'm going to is the fact that you start in the 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, sophomore class, I had the JV team, finally got the varsity team, junior college, right on up the ladder. I'll never forget when I tried to get the job at Tulsa University. One of the ADs from the University of Texas at El Paso called me and says, "Nolan, the Tulsa job is open." My team was undefeated at that point. "Why don't you apply for it?" I said, "Well, okay, I'll apply." I wrote a little note to the University of Tulsa. I said, "You want to win, you need to hire Nolan Richardson." It's amazing how that call came, boom. Guy called me back, the AD. He says, "May I speak to Nolan Richardson?" I said, "Speaking." You know, where I was coaching, I did everything. Clean the floor, answer the phone, wash the dishes. It didn't matter. I did every damn thing. Okay, so it wasn't nothing unusual for me to answer the phone and say, "This is who you're talking to." He said, "I read your resume." I said, "Yes." He says, "Are you serious?" I said, "Yes, sir. What do you want me to tell you, that I can't win?" He says, "No, we don't have jobs that gives you so many years to get good." I said, "I don't need no damn job I have to wait so many years to get good. If I can't do it, I don't want it." I think I made that speech once before. If I'm not doing my job, that's where I got it from. I don't need to be working. You need to fire me, period. So when the young coach is talking to me, they're saying, I got a 5-year deal, and a 4-year, 6-year deal, and a 7-year deal. Hell, I just had a 1-year make it or break it deal. And I was too dumb to know or think that I wasn't gonna make it. So when I applied for the job, I decided that I would take a cut in pay. the cutting pay was, I was making, after 13 years in high school, I was making $13,000. Boy, that's big time. Hell, light bill was $6.82 back then, you know. Gasoline, 49 cents a gallon. So, you know, it worked out. But I was going to take a $2,000 cut to take the job. That was in my head. So when I interviewed, and they said, hey, this guy, he's pretty impressive about what he can do. I think we'll give him a chance. Dr. Clinton was his name. Dr. Clinton called me into his office and he says, Coach, we enjoyed and we respect everything you talked about in trying to let us see who you are and where you come from. We're going to offer you the job. But he says, but I'm embarrassed of the amount of money that I can pay you. And so I'm making 13, he offered me 11, I got to go. He says, the most I can give you is 18,000. I almost broke his damn hand. He had a pen, and shit, he didn't have no pen no more. Hey, I got it, I'm on my way here. Snyder, Texas. Small community, very small. Matter of fact, when I got there that night, at 12 o'clock, me and Rose packed our stuff in a U-Haul trailer. We didn't have very much of anything. And I never forget, the police chief stopped us when we got into the community. And true enough, I mean, he pulled me over. I had my wife was in the back with my daughter who passed away, and I had a big white German Shepherd in the front seat with me. And he comes over to me and he says, hey boy, what are you doing down here? I said, I'm going to be the basketball coach. Basketball coach where? I said, Western Texas. He said, do you know what time it is? I said, no, sir. I told him, I wasn't keeping up with it, sir, you know. He says, where do you live? So I told him, 2900 Snyder Block East. He said, yes, you get your equipment and get to that place and get off the street. I said, yes, sir. That same chief, the year that we were leaving to go to Tulsa, sit and cried with me, prayed with me. It was amazing how the difference in when you get to know someone, how they can change also. That taught me one of the biggest lessons about life and about how people can be treated and mistreated and still come back and ask for more. But because of that, it also gave me the vision of what I wanted to be and how I wanted to coach. I told you the background that I played for Don Haskins, who's a Hall of Famer, who played for Mr. Iver, who's a Hall of Famer. Eddie Sutton played for Mr. Iver. We all played the same kind of basketball. Pass it, pass it, pass it. I did it too in high school. Matter of fact, one year we played Oklahoma State. And at halftime the score was 11-12. At the end of the game it was 26-29. And the newspaper guy comes to me. I'm getting dressed. He says, hey, Nolan. I said, man, what a defensive battle that was. I said, hell, that was we played keep away. He said, you played what? I said, keep away. Hell, they kept it away from us. We kept it away from them. And it's amazing how they think the score has something to do with the way you play. If the score is 47, 49, or in the 40s, if you don't, I get a kick out of this. What's their scoring average? Well, we averaged 100 points a game. Does that mean we're going to win every game? No, we did it one time. 37-0. But it had nothing to do with the score. I used to tell our guys, I don't give a damn if you don't score, long as they don't score. Now, is that simple? So what we're going to do, fellas, we're going to play defense and offense. I always thought that you taught decision making in the game of basketball. It's the same in the game of life. It's all about the decisions that you make that make you either good or bad. If you have talent and you make good decisions, you're going to be a good basketball player. And so when you come to my class, my basketball was a class for me. I look at the game today and I'm saying, damn, I'm 40 years ahead of that. I came too soon. And they wonder why they couldn't beat us a lot of times. Because we didn't play like everybody. We played totally a different brand of ball. When I got the Tulsa job, I'll never forget, the big-time coach says, if Nolan can win with those 4 junior college players, he ought to be the coach of the year. All he got to do is win 7 games. We won 26. We won the NIT because they told us, you're not supposed to or you can't, or he can't do this. I love that part of a challenge. I look at the young man today that plays at Duke. He's a freak. A phenomenal. He can do everything better than any player I've seen, including the King, when I saw him in high school. But I noticed one thing about Krzyzewski. He don't play like he used to play. They're up and down the floor. I said, oh. I remember when Digger fellas, we were up and down the floor. We used to have a play that if the man made the basket, take it out of the net and throw a touchdown pass. And it's a layup. We did that against Syracuse 3 times in a row. They make a basket, we step out of bounds, guys running, boop, layup. And Digger says, look at that kind of basketball. Well, they don't even make passes. Hell no, we got layups. Isn't that amazing? How people can judge what they think is good and bad. I played football. You wouldn't believe that. I played with wide out. I was with the San Diego Chargers. I was in their camp. You know why I got cut? Hell, I had to try to defend Bambi. Lance Renson. He's just all pro. I was a rookie, and they said, cover him. I said, I can cover him. Shit, I thought I could. You know, the game in football, to me, is the same as the game in basketball. It's about, sometimes it's a mental game. What can I do? What kind of decisions will I make today? Will these decisions be the decisions that helps us win? You know, a few minutes ago they had Melvin to stand up. I can tell you something about Melvin. And I told his mom, if his daddy don't screw him up, he'd be all right. But there are things that you look for as I'm concerned, as a coach. Things I cannot teach. There's things you can do if I let you do them. For example, with Melvin, ball's going some direction, guy turns his back, he gone. He might get him, he may not get him, but he's gone to change up the style of play. All you got to do in offense or defense is to keep the players and the team from doing what they do in practice every day. If you can keep them from doing what they do in practice every day, you have a chance to win. I believe that. That's why we were so difficult to play at times. I never forget Rick Pitino called me when we played golf out in Vegas, and he wanted to know, hey, how do you guys press? How do you know when to trap? Y'all trap in the middle of the floor. I say, hey, man, one question at a time. Hell, I don't know. I said, let me tell you something. We teach decisions, and if you come to my practice, it's done day after day after day till it becomes automatic. Well, you're trapped in the middle of the floor? I said, who say you can't? You can't trap in the middle of the floor? Well, why not? See, I'm just the opposite. You tell me I can't, I said, hey, we can. Now, all of a sudden, they've never seen people trapped in the middle of the floor. You're not supposed to trap in the middle of the floor. It's kind of like the big kid, when I see him play the other night, the big kid from North Carolina, Williamson. He reminds me of the thing that I talk to our players about a bumblebee. Have you ever seen a bumblebee? Hell, he that big and his wings about that small. How in the hell did he get up? With those little bitty tiny, aeronautically, he is not supposed to fly. But they forgot to tell him. Hey, bud, you ain't supposed to fly. Well, that's the way I look at things. Hey, Nolan, I can't do what? I go back home to El Paso, and these kids that I had in the 7th grade, they're grandfathers now. And the funny part about it, he said, hey, coach, in a broken language, because all I had basically was Mexican-American kids. He says, we watched you all the way through your career. I said, you did? You didn't change anything. I said, no. I said, all I did was get bigger and better athletes than what I had in high school. But, nothing changed. He said, yeah, but they call it 40 minutes of hell. I said, yeah, they named it that. I didn't name it. I said, so let me tell you what happened why they named it that. When I took the job at Arkansas, the first 40 minutes was hell of practice. Oh, yes, because that's how many minutes you play. And I remembered that fatigue will make cowards of us. Fatigue. When you get tired, you don't want nothing. You want out. That's come from Bear or Vince Lombardi. Fatigue will make cowards of us all. And I always remembered that. And I've remembered it from the time I first read it and thought about it. I said, he got a point there. You got a point. Fatigue. When you get tired in your jobs, you don't do a good job. You just want to hurry up and get on through it. Energy is more important than anything you can imagine in this sport. And while I'm talking about the sport, we got to have patience. You know what? I was told that they were going to fire me if we lost to Arkansas State. And a miracle happened, I guess, because we won when we shouldn't have. But at that time, I had a sick daughter who was dying. And do you think that was important to Nolan Richardson about being fired when I had a sick daughter that was dying? I then knew that if it wasn't for patience, we'd never won a national championship. A national championship is not easy to come by. I know guys that have great records, and people consider them great coaches, have never won a national championship, and some have never went to a Final Four. But they're great coaches. As I said before, it's all about communication with your players, respect, and you being the judge and the jury. That's the difference. In closing, I would say to you is that I'm a firm and love quotations. I love quotations, and I'll remember most of them that I want to remember. I never forget I had a 7th grade team, football team. I was a very blessed individual. I got to coach all the sports. And I had up a sign that says, those who stay up with the owls at night cannot play with the eagles in the morning. Oh, that's a great saying. I said, man, let me put that on mine. There's another one that was saying, we check out everything but guts. Check out everything but guts. We can't check out nothing. We check everything else out. Pass, mule. That's pig. They checked everything out. The pig shit, he didn't hit nobody. Check out everything but guts, pig. No, I had that one up. I never forget Willie. I had one little black kid on the team. I don't know how the hell he got there. I was the other one. He comes strolling in one day and he's reading. He's looking at all the signs. He thinks that's really cool. But Willie said, hey, coach. I said, yeah. When we gonna play Philadelphia, man? Listen, I mean, if you read the sign, it says, those who stay up with the owls at night can't play with the eagles in the morning. Philadelphia Eagles, you know? I took it down, shit, I mean. You see, so we can talk, but people don't really understand. I get a kick out of them, get the timeout, and here comes all the goddamn boards in there, and then they go back out, and the guy said, what did he say? Where you going, man? I don't know, shit, I'm going. Somebody's gonna shoot, yep, let's give it to Scotty, he can shoot. And let's give it to Joe, he can shoot. That's what I would call timeout and say, hey, give it to him, y'all get the hell out the way. That's simple. The game is simple. How about this one? It doesn't matter if you win. It's how you play the game. Doesn't that sound good? It doesn't matter if you win. It's how you play the game. Hell, why you think I'm up here now? That matters. The sad part of the matter is that sometimes you take an individual and what he has done and try to, the bar is high. The bar here is high and you don't know it. The bar is high. Whether you know it or not, around this country, Arkansas is and was and is a basketball program. It's tradition. And so it makes it difficult. The football coach we have today, traditionally, everybody's probably angry. I had to learn to be a fan, but I approach it from a coaching side. Patience! Let's see, because you got to get your players, you got to get your own people that you believe in involved. That's the name of the game. Now, how much patience you can have, that's a different story. But right now, it's all about patience. Patience. You can see improvement. If you see improvement, hold on. You know, close your eyes and go through the year. And wake up, and it might be, man, we almost got rid of him. I always think about Arkansas State. Almost. That doesn't necessarily mean, knowing me, I'd have gotten me another job and won the damn national championships. Well, that's me. That's the bottom line. So if you're having a hard time right now, I told Coach Anderson, I said, hey, you're next. We have two different medias now. I'm glad that I'm not coaching now, I'd be in trouble all the time. I was already in trouble, but I'd be in trouble all the time. Young basketball team. I've been pretty impressed with the fact that their defense have been pretty extraordinary. If they can continue to do that and let the offense catch up, then they'll have a decent season. Or I should say, a good season for them because of their youth. Unless you're Duke and you got the 7 best players on the planet, and 5 of them, you can only play 5 at a time. We don't have that. They lose 1 player and they're in trouble. Duke can lose 5 players and they ain't in trouble. Kentucky can lose 10 players, they ain't not in trouble. Hell, where do you get them from? I don't know, but they're there. So you got to battle, and that's what I've always loved about Arkansas. Our kids will battle and fight. So with this, I'll end my say and say thank you for inviting me up, and I really enjoy listening to some of you talk basketball. Sometimes I turn on the radio and listen to that, and then I started laughing. Because it's amazing how much y'all know. God damn, you know so much. It's amazing. It blows my mind. I said, God, I had 40 years, and these guys are so intelligent. Why aren't they coaching? Because they were doing the same thing the other guy was doing. Nothing. And like I said, I enjoy it so much because what other occupation that you have so many assistants? Name me an occupation that everybody can do. Everybody can do it. And that's why I always talk about my wife. I said, you're the point guard of my team. You just point out every damn thing I do wrong. If anyone got any questions that they might want to ask. Yes, sir.
Can you tell the story of how you developed your pregame meal philosophy?
You want to hear it again?
I want to hear it again.
I had a school at Bowie High School, and Bowie High School were predominantly Mexican kids. And I wanted to do some of the things that some of the schools who had little money and give the kids something to eat before the pregame. So I ordered them all some chicken, some little steak, and things like that. And I was proud of myself. I was a young rookie type coach. I watching them, and I noticed they wasn't eating. So I said, damn, I spent all this money, and they're not gonna eat? And one of the boys came by, he said, instead of calling you coach, they call you mister. Hey, mister. I said, yeah, can I borrow 50 cents? I said, for what? I'm gonna go get me some burritos. I can't eat this before the game. And out of 13 youngsters, only 2 of them ate. From that day on, you can eat anything you want to eat. And we had all these, going to college, you had the nutritional coach and all that. This is what I start thinking. These guys practice every day eating the food they eat. And now we're going to play a game, we have to change? So I really didn't have a program when it comes to what you want to eat. Because I hated eating pregame myself. I couldn't eat at pregame time because it made my stomach nervous. So I didn't eat, but I pretend I did. And they just sit there and pick at it, and every day looking to see. It's a good thing my dog wasn't around because he would have got most of it. Now, after the game, that's a different story. Because now I'm hungry. I wanted to play on a hunger. But that's kind of the way that the pregame went with me. And today, boy, woo, you walk into them, I mean, these kids, woo, they got some hell of a meals. I mean, they got some meals. I don't know how they can play. And some of them eat like there is no tomorrow. Any other question? You're a good audience. I covered everything. Melvin, okay, go ahead, Dave.
Coach, what was it after coaching guys for all these years? What was it like when you did that short thing with Tulsa with
The girls, with the women, it was hell. Woo! I'll never forget that, boy. That was worse than 40 minutes of hell. One thing I can tell you, though, they're the hardest working people. They work hard. And they carry a grudge. A guy pops a guy, and they might struggle a little bit, and it's over with, and everybody leaves. We were playing one day, practicing, and we had a game the next day. The following week, it's about a week later, we have a game. We got a fast break going, and the girl is looking at the one that's all by herself, and I said, throw the ball, throw the ball. And she don't throw it. And the ball gets kicked away from us. I said, time out, time out, time. Come here, y'all come here. I don't know why I called them all in. It was just her. And you know what she said to me? I said, did you see her over? Yes, sir. I said, why didn't you give it to her? You know what she did to me last week? See, and then I can't use bad words. I said, you kidding me? Because she elbowed you last week? Yeah. I did it then. I said, oh boy, they hold grudges. Big time. Now the guys would have went on the shower, it's all over with, okay. Not it seemed like they were that way. But now when it came to, like I said, physicality and working, I have no complaint. They work. I mean, they used to say the same thing. Coach, where do you get your workouts from? Why, is it a little hard? I said, you should see how I work the guys out. Y'all are lucky. He said, no, we're not lucky, because we're either not going to be here or you not going to be here. I said, okay. But that was a great experience for me, because then I learned to really appreciate women's basketball. Hey, some of the girls that we played in Chicago, New York, I mean, all over the country, they're incredibly good. Incredible athletes. They really are. I would have never known that just by sitting there watching it, which is what most fans do. They sit and watch, and they think they can coach it. Not until you get in there and you get in that guy's shoes, or you get in that coach's, and you got to make a decision like, boop. That's why I said basketball is like life. It's a game of decisions, and it's got to be boom, quick. The player has to make that decision quick. And a lot of us are not equipped. We're equipped after the fact. Coach, did you see that? Yeah, now I do. I would have, if I had a chance to change, yes, I'll try to change it. But at that time, I didn't see it. But a fan can see it easily, and the coach can't. But then when he's not a coach anymore, he can see it. Now we all walk around and say, oh, wow, you should have done this. Well, if he had, I was looking at the one with Coach Anderson, the guy hits a basket with Texas. I said, God, 9 seconds, man. We were 9 seconds away. Well, they should have fouled him. Yeah? Yeah, that's a pretty good answer to one of them. Yeah, they should have fouled him. What else could they should have done? Well, they should have made some free throws too, a long time ago. Come on. But it makes the fan, the guys feel so good that they can correct something. They can correct it with one blow. Like, wow, why did he foul? Why did when he took it out of bounds? Why did he pass it to him? That guy can outshoot him. But then when that guy hits a shot, I'll tell you a good one real quick. Al Dillard. Al Dillard taught me a lesson I'll never forget. Every time he shot it from the snog out there, you know, boom. But he made most of them. And I'd be saying, don't shot good, man. I mean, I got tired of, no, that's all right, son. See, then I get the other one, Derek Hood. I never forget Derek, poor Derek. I said, Derek, time out. Don't you shoot. Let somebody else shoot. You just get the rebound and dunk. But let somebody else shoot. And they looked at me real funny. They said, Coach, you tell them that? I said, yeah, that's my team. And it's their team. And the players, they won't say it. Because they don't want him to shoot either now. But they're not going to say it. But I will. Don't you shoot, you shoot. That makes a lot of sense to me. That way he don't get in trouble. Because if he shoot, and I told him not to shoot, then I put him on the sideline with me, and he could become assistant coach. That's a pretty good deal, isn't it? Yeah, you become assistant coach because that's what he's going to do anyway. Every player that comes out of the game, what do you think they're thinking? They're angry with the coach. And I looked down, because one year I didn't know what my bad was. I thought James Brown had a new song. You know, Papa got a brand new bag. Well, I thought that's what they were saying. My bad. My bad. All day long, my bad. I said, hey, Coach Anderson, he's a young rookie coach. What the heck is my bad? James got a new song? He said, no, Coach, they're saying my bad. Bad? What? My fault. Oh, that's what they're saying. Yeah. That means everything's okay because my bad. Well, we were playing, and it was Todd Day. And he messed up. He's a superstar. Not to me. I don't have stars. I'm the only star. All right? So I said, sit down. He said, but Coach, I said, my bad. God bless all of you.